Mastering Cloud Security with AWS Detective, a comprehensive guide to threat investigation and analytics. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. In the ever-evolving landscape of cloud security, staying ahead of potential threats requires sophisticated tools that can analyze vast amounts of data and provide actionable insights. AWS Detective emerges as a powerful solution, leveraging machine learning to help organizations uncover and investigate security issues efficiently. This podcast delves deep into AWS Detective, exploring its capabilities, setup, and practical applications to help you enhance your cloud security posture. Introduction to AWS Detective, a machine learning-powered security solution. AWS Detective is a security service designed to simplify investigating, analyzing, and identifying the root cause of security issues or suspicious activities across your AWS environments. By automatically collecting and organizing data from AWS CloudTrail, Amazon VPC flow logs, and Amazon Guard Duty, Detective uses machine learning algorithms to build a unified, interactive view of your resources, relationships, and activities. This empowers security teams to efficiently examine anomalies and respond more confidently and quickly to potential threats. Getting started with AWS Detective, enabling and integrating data sources. Setting up AWS Detective is a straightforward process, but adequately integrating the necessary data sources is the key to unlocking its full potential. To get started, enable AWS Detective. Navigate to the AWS Management Console, select AWS Detective, and enable the service in your preferred region. Ensure that AWS CloudTrail, Amazon VPC flow logs, and Amazon Guard Duty are active, as they are the primary data sources for Detective. Integrate data sources. AWS Detective will automatically start ingesting data from the enabled services. Ensure that CloudTrail logging is comprehensive and that VPC flow logs are configured to capture the necessary traffic data. Additionally, Guard Duty must be active in detecting and reporting potential threats. Data ingestion and analysis. Once the data sources are integrated, AWS Detective begins the data ingestion and analysis process, organizing the information into an interactive graph model that underpins the service's advanced analytics capabilities. Navigating the Detective Graph View, visualizing resource relationships and activity. The heart of AWS Detective lies in its graph view, which visually represents how AWS resources interact over time. This graph model helps security teams understand resource relationships. The graph view shows how different resources, such as EC2 instances, IAM roles, and S3 buckets, are interconnected. This helps identify lateral movement, privilege escalations, and other suspicious activities. Visualize activity patterns. Navigating the graph lets you observe historical activity patterns, a pinpoint in favor, or unauthorized access attempts. Zoom in on specific events. The graph view allows you to drill down into specific events or timeframes, providing detailed insights into the actions taken by a resource and the context in which they occurred. Querying and analyzing suspicious activity, uncovering anomalies and threats. AWS Detective excels in its ability to facilitate in-depth analysis of security incidents. By querying the data, identify anomalies. Use predefined or custom queries to detect deviations from standard activity patterns, such as unauthorized API calls, unusual data transfers, or abnormal login attempts. Correlate events. Investigate how seemingly unrelated events might be connected. For instance, data exfiltration activities follow an unauthorized IAM role assumption. Generate detailed reports. AWS Detective allows you to export your findings, helping you create comprehensive reports for compliance audits or incident response documentation. Advanced analytics with Detective notebooks, building custom security models. For organizations seeking to build custom security models or conduct more sophisticated analyses, AWS Detective notebooks offer an advanced analytics environment. Interactive analysis. Detective notebooks provide a Jupyter-like environment where you can run custom Python scripts to analyze data, build machine learning models, or automate complex queries. Custom security models. Create and deploy custom anomaly detection models tailored to your specific environment, enhancing the accuracy of threat detection and reducing false positives. Collaboration. Detective notebooks can be shared among team members, fostering collaboration in investigating security incidents and refining detection strategies. Automating responses and notifications, integrating with EventBridge and security tools. To further enhance your security operations, AWS Detective can be integrated with other AWS services, such as Amazon EventBridge and security tools, to automate responses and notifications. EventBridge integration. Set up rules in EventBridge to trigger automated responses based on the findings from AWS Detective. For example, when suspicious activity is detected, you can automatically isolate a compromised instance or revoke an IAM role's permissions. Security tool integration. Integrate AWS Detective with tools like AWS Security Hub, Splunk, or SIEM systems to centralize alerts and streamline incident response workflows. Automated notifications. Configure notifications via Amazon SNS to alert your security team immediately when a potential threat is identified, ensuring rapid response to critical incidents. Real-world use cases, addressing common and industry-specific security challenges. AWS Detective is designed to address a wide range of security challenges across various industries. E-commerce. Detect and investigate fraudulent transactions, unauthorized access to customer data, and potential breaches in payment processing systems. Financial services. Monitor for insider threats, suspicious account activity, and compliance violations related to economic data handling. Healthcare. Protect sensitive patient data by detecting unauthorized access attempts and potential HIPAA violations. Government. Address cybersecurity threats by identifying and responding to attacks on critical infrastructure, including data exfiltration and network intrusion. Managing limitations and costs. Optimizing data retention and usage. While AWS Detective offers powerful capabilities, it is essential to manage its limitations and costs effectively. Data retention. AWS Detective retains data for 1 year by default, which may be sufficient for many organizations. However, consider your compliance requirements and adjust retention settings accordingly. Cost management. Monitor the costs associated with AWS Detective, particularly as the volume of data ingested increases. Optimize data sources and retention periods to balance cost and security needs. Performance considerations. Regularly review AWS Detective's performance to ensure it scales effectively with your environment and continues to deliver timely insights. Beyond Detective, leveraging complementary AWS security services. AWS Detective is a vital component of a comprehensive cloud security strategy, but it works best in conjunction with other AWS security services. AWS Security Hub. Centralize security findings from multiple AWS services and third-party tools for a unified view of your security posture. AWS Guard Duty. Use Guard Duty alongside Detective to investigate threats in depth, providing a robust detection and investigation workflow. AWS Config. Track resource configurations and changes, ensuring compliance with security best practices and identifying potential misconfigurations. Conclusion. Elevating cloud security with AWS Detective's graph-based analytics. AWS Detective provides a powerful, machine learning-driven approach to cloud security analytics and threat investigation. By enabling detailed analysis of resource relationships, activity patterns, and anomalies, it empowers organizations to address security challenges and respond swiftly to potential threats proactively. Integrating AWS Detective with other AWS security services and optimizing its usage can further enhance your cloud security strategy, ensuring your environment remains secure, compliant, and resilient. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.